I'm Frick.
I'm Frack.
And we're with C-Roc.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what's going on.
We've got C-Roc here today at Secret Knock. And so we just want to ask you a few questions. We're pulling some of these business leaders in and spotlighting them on the YouTube channel. So first of all, just want to know, what are you focused on today? A little bit about your business and who you are.
Yeah, so right now what we're focusing on is the podcast agency that we started about a year ago. I had this network, this database of shows since I went on over 400 shows in the last 3 years as a guest, and I did over 350 of my own episode, really leaning into it, and this database appeared in front of me. And I realized, you know what, this is like diamonds just sitting around me, and I didn't even realize at first. So I started thinking about the path that I went on to becoming known via podcasting and how I could help other people. So we're really leaning into that right now. It's one of our projects. I got a lot of things going on, but...
And you know everybody. It seems like you know everybody.
Yeah, I started to feel like that, but this journey really only started about 3.5, 4 years ago. So it's amazing when you get set on a mission and you're committed and you lean into it, like how much you can get accomplished in such a short period of time. Because I think in the last 4 years I've accomplished more than the prior 42.
And I think that is, when we talk about getting in your lane, knowing your genius, where you create the flow, like it seems like you were born to know people. Like you were just like a born networker, because once people meet you, they remember you forever. Like you have that stickiness.
Yeah, well, I think it started with my grandfather, my dad's dad, because they would go to restaurants all the time, and my grandmother used to get mad at him all the time because he would talk to everybody in the restaurant, and she'd get so pissed. And I remember that story as a kid, but at the end of the day, that is my flame. I love talking to people. I'm a people builder, and I think it's also because I grew up around a lot of brokenness, and a lot of people I wanted to help all the time, and they weren't always ready to be helped or want to be helped. And now I have the opportunity and the power to be able to do that, and I'm excited about it.
So do you think you were born with this charisma, or have you harnessed the skill of charisma?
I really believe that we all have it. I think we all come into this world with an ability to connect with people, but what happens is over time, and you guys know this, I'm preaching to the choir here, but we get layers put up on top of us from our experiences.
Armor, the layers of armor.
And a wall, you can call it a wall. Like I was listening to Pink Floyd, The Wall the other day. My son and I were driving back from a football game, and I'm like, oh shit, I finally get it. I finally get it. Like tear like another brick in the wall, and then tear down that wall. And I was realizing that. So I think we're all born with this this ability, this vision, and then those layers get pulled up. And then what we need to do is we really need to start peeling back those layers, knock down the wall, peel back in. And once you do, you really like this light shines. And another thing I was talking about recently is in Sunday school they used to sing the song. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let shine.
Yeah, I love that song. Yeah.
Well, I used to think it was corny. I'm like, don't hide it under a bushel, something. Let it shine. And I'm like, wait a minute, people need to let their light shine.
Yeah.
Like bright, and then never touch it, never let anybody dim it. And so that's really what I lean into. I want to make sure the light shines.
So we talk so often about morning routines, right? I get to watch your morning routine often on Instagram. But tell me about when you really started that as a practice and what's in your morning routine.
I think that in business we all go through, it feels lonely a lot of times in entrepreneurship, and we go through dark, and I like to call it heavy times sometimes. And you feel like you're alone, and you feel like, oh, this isn't the way it's supposed to be. Nobody goes through this, right?
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah, well, I figured that.
Oh, I think we all go through it.
Yeah, I figured that out now. So, but what I do in the morning, first thing I do is when I wake up, my eyes open, I say thank you. Like I wake up and I get to, and I don't always want to, okay? I don't always feel like getting going, but I say thank you. I get to impact this world. I get to do something great today. And then I start going through this, I close my eyes and lay there, and I just go through this visualization of the man I am. Mm-hmm. And I really lean into it. And I believe, I said this before, I'm gonna be in films, I'm gonna be in television, but I believe I'm already actually in it right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? And I'm creating this thing. And so I get that feeling, and I pray, and then I get up and say, let's go. And if it gets tough and it's dark, my thing is keep going. I just tell myself, keep going. Because if you keep going, you're fine. Then I hit the gym. And when I go to the gym, I try to make the gym feel me. So. And
have you always, has there always been a morning practice, or was there a certain age you got to and you started morning practice?
I don't remember before doing it. I'm sure there was a time where I'd always get up and go. but I would bitch and complain probably a lot in my head, like, oh man, I feel like going to this and that. And now I don't do that anymore. It's just gone.
Well, and once it becomes a habit, you can't imagine when you didn't
Yeah,
do it
100%.
or why you wouldn't do it. Like, it would be weird.
Yeah, but some people don't believe in multiple lives, right? But I can't not believe in it because I'm doing it right now in this body on this earth. Like, I felt like I've been, I don't know, 20 different people in my life. If you think about everything you've been through, whether it's your relationships, your business, I really feel like they're totally different people.
Yeah, it's just
You know what I
it's a
mean?
different chapter.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, but
So
it's
the person you
yeah.
are today, where do you feel most in your genius? Like, what are you doing when, like, you lose track of time and you just, like, you could just do it all the time?
Well, I just put this on Twitter the other day. I'm an elevator. You know, like that's, and then I thought, oh, that sounds like too much like an elevator, but no, I'm an elevator. I want to be the person that when people are in my environment, they leave and they feel unstoppable, right? They're just ready to run through a wall. And so I have that intention that anybody that comes in my environment will be better off. It's impossible not to. And I say it all the time, I speak it, and then people hear it, and then when they come in my environment, they're like, well, they know what to expect. And then they automatically elevate. I don't even have to say anything besides the initial intention that I set.
Awesome. So I want to ask another question. There's a lot of talk right now about men and what men need, and like this separation between masculine and feminine energy. I think I'm a very good equal balance between masculine and feminine. What is it that women could do to better support men from your viewpoint on where men are and where men are going?
Ooh. How could they do better? I think they're just wonderful the way they are. I love women. I think God did a great job. I just think
I'm
that,
saying, is there
like,
something
I
that
love women. I mean, I'm a one-woman guy, but I mean, God did great. Like, what do you want me to say? No, as far as, I think it's not just women. I think it's everybody. I think everybody like really needs to. I really believe in unconditional love.
Right.
Right. If you unconditionally love people, that's the definition of greatness to me. Think about it. No matter what anybody says or does, you love them anyway. You don't have to love what they do. You don't have to love what they say. But it's changed my life because people used to offend me, and this allows me not to get offended.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
People talk about forgiveness. I think a speaker today talked about forgiveness, and I have a little different view on this. I don't think you need forgiveness if you never get offended. So forgiveness isn't something you need if you can master the art of not getting offended.
Right, not absorbing it, yeah, 100%. Not letting it land. No, I think that's great. I think that's awesome. And I just want to say, thank you. Like, we've been friends. You absolutely do. Just being around you, I'm in a better mood. Just being around you, and whatever.
We got super excited when we found out you were going to be here.
I was like, and so I just really want to, from one colleague to another, to say that you do. Everybody who speaks about you, it's always in such a good light. You make people excited. I think anybody I've ever spoken to, there was like anything that you ask, I always say the answer is automatically yes, because you're just a joy to be around.
Thank you so much.
And I'm excited about what you're going to do next.
Thank you.
Glad we're friends.
Thank you. Me too. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank
you
you.
guys.